Marvin laid a $700 driver across mat 7 on Tuesday morning and put his old 3 wood beside it. The driver still had the shop sticker under the grip. The 3 wood had a silver patch worn into the face. He said the shorter club kept finding grass and the expensive one kept finding somebody else's yard. That scene is why you hear golfers past 60 say they're done with driver. They aren't all giving up distance. They're giving up a club that is too long, too low lofted, badly matched, or used on holes where it never earned the job. The current store racks make the choice noisier because standard drivers, light builds, and mini drivers now sit within a few steps of one another. I'm going through 6 reasons the driver leaves the bag. Then I'll give you the answer I use with my own students. The last answer doesn't start at a cash register. Don't skip ahead, because the point is to learn what job the club has before you replace it. Let me say one thing, then I'll leave it be. Everything I teach on Mat 7 is in the 60-plus distance manual. The setup changes, the equipment checklist, the 6-week range plan. Scan the QR on your screen right now, or it's down in the description. If you want it, it's there. Now let's get back to it. Here is the question that stays over every ball. Safe, simple, repeatable. Swing your age, not your ego. I'm Ray Hutchins. I owned a driving range in Ocala for 34 years, sold it in 2023, and I still teach 3 mornings a week on Mat 7. I'm not a tour player, a doctor, or a physical therapist. I'm a range owner who watched thousands of golfers buy a new answer before measuring the old problem. The enemy here is range poison. It says driver must come out on every par 4 and every par 5 because distance is always good. Distance is good when the strike, start line, and landing area agree. We're going from the weakest reason to quit toward the strongest reason to keep a driver with a smaller job. Every section gets a test, a real limitation, and a current price where money enters the story. The first reason is automatic selection. At 8:10 on a Saturday morning, a golfer sees a par 4 on the card and reaches for driver before looking at the landing area. Give the same golfer a narrow hole with water starting at 200 yards and the choice stays automatic. That isn't equipment. That's a habit wearing a head cover. Run a 2-club test on the range. Hit 5 balls with driver and 5 with the longest fairway club you trust. Mark the widest left and right result for each club, not the prettiest shot. Then carry both patterns to the course map. If the driver's extra carry reaches trouble while the shorter club stays short of it, the shorter club earned that tee. The driver can wait for a wider hole. Where it costs you is giving away useful carry because one bad hole frightened you. A 3-wood that finishes 40 yards behind driver can leave a long approach that brings different trouble into play. The answer isn't to ban driver. Give it a landing window. At Golf Galaxy during the first week of August, current new drivers on the men's page ran from about $300 into the $700 range. A price that large still doesn't choose the hole for you. The next reason is the length in your hands. A modern stock driver can be close to 46 inches, while the club that feels trustworthy may be several inches shorter. At 9:30 on Mat 7, tee 1 ball and make your normal driver swing. For the next 3, place your hands about 1 inch lower on the grip and keep the same tempo. Don't add effort to make up for the shorter lever. Watch face contact with a dry erase mark or a light foot spray made for checking impact. If the cluster moves toward the center, you learned something before cutting a shaft. The USGA equipment guidance says clubs other than putters generally can't exceed 48 inches, and a committee may use a local rule that limits them to 46. That's a rule limit, not a fitting recommendation. The Callaway Elite specification lists a standard length of 45 3/4 inches. One page of specifications can tell you what was built. Only your strike pattern tells you whether that length behaves for you. Where it costs you is swing weight, feel, and a false test. Choking down changes how the club feels, and cutting a shaft changes more than the number on a ruler. A poorly planned cut can make the head feel too light and can affect the way the shaft loads. Test first, then use a qualified club builder if the shorter setup wins. Don't take a saw to a $700 club because 3 balls felt good. Reason 3 is loft that never gets the ball into a useful window. At 10:45, I see a golfer tee it low, play it back, and swing a low lofted head because somebody told him lower spin means more roll. The ball comes out like a line drive, lands early, and runs only when the ground is firm enough to help. Make the setup test before the shopping test. Put the ball near the lead heel, let the trail shoulder sit a little lower, and tee the ball so part of it shows above the crown. Hit 3 at your normal effort, then add loft through the adjustable sleeve only if you understand the settings or ask a fitter to do it. Record carry and curve. Don't judge by total roll on one dry afternoon. Callaway's current Elite page offers 9, 10.5, and 12-degree heads with the listed lofts adjustable on the first two. The same page offers a light shaft option in the 40-gram class. Those are choices, not promises. During the first week of August, the Elite was listed by Callaway at $399.99 after a reduction. Keep that dated price attached to the claim because it can change. Where it costs you is too much launch and too much spin for the way you deliver the head. More loft isn't a medicine. Some golfers already add loft through impact and see the ball climb without carrying well. Safe, simple, repeatable means comparing actual shots with one variable changed at a time. If a fitter changes head, shaft, loft, and ball together, ask to see the baseline again. You're still here. Good. Plenty of folks clicked away to search for a new LightFlex shaft, and they haven't measured where the old ball meets the face. The next reason isn't in the club at all. Reason 4 is playing tees that turn driver into a rescue attempt. The USGA's Best Tees work uses 7-iron distance as a practical starting point. It describes a good tee fit as one that lets a golfer reach fairways, get near most greens in regulation, and use a variety of approach clubs. That's a better question than asking which color your group has always played. Take your honest 7-iron carry, not the one that bounced down a cart path. Use the course's tee recommendation if it has one, and look at forced carries, doglegs, and penalty areas. Move forward for one round and track how many holes still demand driver. You may discover you don't hate the driver, you hate swinging it hard enough to make an overlong course feel reachable. Where it costs you is pride for 5 minutes and course strategy for 4 hours. Moving forward can bunch trouble at a different distance, and a very short tee can create waiting on reachable holes. The USGA says playability matters beyond scorecard yardage. Choose a tee that gives you varied approach clubs, then keep pace with the group. That's golf judgment, not surrender. Reason 5 is the new middle category. Mini drivers and strong fairway woods promise a shorter shaft and a larger head than a traditional 3-wood. The appeal is plain. Many golfers can find the middle more often without feeling as if they are hitting a tiny club from a peg. PGA Tour. Superstore's mini driver category showed 10 models during the first week of August. Listed prices included $399.98 for an Elite mini driver, $479.99 for a tailor-made model, and $549.99 for a newer Titleist model. Those are current shelf facts, not proof that anyone will fit you. Test a mini driver against your actual driver and actual 3-wood. Use the same ball, the same teeing area, and at least 10 reasonable swings with each. Compare center contact, start line, useful carry, and the worst miss. A compact head that launches too low is no bargain. A shorter club that keeps 8 of 10 inside your window may earn a place even if its longest ball is shorter. Where it costs you is bag overlap and another expensive experiment. A mini driver may duplicate a 3-wood from the tee and be awkward from the ground. It also uses one of 14 club slots. If it doesn't create a clear new job, it's a $400 answer to a question your current club's already solved. Borrow or demo before buying. The 6th reason is confidence built from a single good shot. A golfer hits one center strike at noon, hears that hard sound, and forgets the 4 misses that came before it. The next round, the club comes out on every long hole because memory kept the hero and deleted the pattern. Use a 9-ball driver card. 3 balls at comfortable speed, 3 with your normal course swing, and 3 aimed at a fairway only 25 yards wide. Score 1 point for a center strike, 1 for a start line inside the window, and 1 for balanced finish. 27 points are available. The number isn't a handicap. It's a repeatability check you can run again next week. Where it costs you is treating one session as a permanent verdict. Fatigue, wind, range mats, and a different tee height can move the pattern. Run the card on 2 different days. If the driver improves with a calmer swing, keep it. If the shorter club wins both days, use that evidence. A scorecard made from your own shots is more useful than a stranger's launch monitor screenshot. I know some of y'all wanted me to crown the 3-wood and be done. Hear me out before you scroll. The best answer is a driver with a written job description. It comes out only when the landing window accepts your normal miss, the required carry matters, and your 9-ball card is stable enough to trust. On the other holes, choose the club that leaves the next shot you can play. My brother Gene still outdrives me and never lets it go. He also knows exactly which 2 holes at his home course don't need driver. That's why the joke doesn't cost him strokes. Driver stays in his bag, but it has boundaries. That's the part golfers are really quitting in 2026. They are quitting automatic driver, not useful driver. The market gives you more choices than we had 20 years ago. Standard heads, light builds, high loft options, mini drivers, and current sale racks can all help. They can also hide a decision you haven't made. Center contact and landing window come first. Price comes after. No club guarantees a yard, a fairway, or a lower score. There is one final range check before you call the driver finished. Change only the tee height. Put 3 balls at your usual height, 3 a little higher, and 3 a little lower. Keep ball position and effort alone. A strike low on the face can launch flatter and feel harsh. A strike high on the face can look powerful while the curve tells a different story. You aren't chasing a universal perfect height. You are looking for the height that makes your center pattern easiest to repeat. Circle that result on the same card. Then take it to a real teeing ground because a rubber range tee can make a setup look more fixed than it is. Where it costs you is changing too many things at once. If you alter height, loft, grip position, and swing thought during the same 9 balls, you won't know what helped. Make one change, collect the pattern, and reset. That patience is free, and it keeps a fitting from turning into guesswork with better lighting. Do 3 things tonight. Write down your honest 7-iron carry. Mark the 3 holes on your regular course where driver brings the largest trouble into reach. Then run the 9-ball card this weekend with driver and your longest trusted fairway club. Spend nothing until one pattern beats the other twice. Pick one choice for your next round. Keep driver on every reasonable hole. Give it only wide landing windows or bench it for one day. Then correct me. Which hole at your course makes the driver a bad bargain and what club earns the tee instead? Name the hole shape, not only the club. Next time I'll show you the distance mistakes I see before a golfer has even moved the club. Subscribe if you want the fixes from a range mat instead of a tour van. Swing your age, not your ego. Keep it smooth, folks. I'll see you on Mat 7.